To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.
Hello my dear students, welcome to today's lesson. So now I'm going to continue with the extra questions related to inheritance. We have discussed the lesson and I have been doing questions from your textbook and extra questions. In the previous chapter also we discussed some extra questions. So now we will look at extra question 11. First one, elaborate using symbols that there is equal chance of a child being a male or a female when an egg is fertilized by a sperm. So this is the sex determination of humans, sex determination of man. Egg and sperm are the gametes. From the mother, eggs are produced. Father, the sperms. Egg is of only one type, only X. But the sperms, there are two types. It can contain the X chromosome or the Y chromosome. So when they fuse together, we have to show that there is equal chance of the child being a male or a female. So this is what we can do. We can say mother, father, mother, both are X chromosomes. Father, one is X, the other one is Y. X, 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 Y. So from there, you get the egg and the sperms. So here both eggs are the same, but here the sperms are different. X, X, one is X, the other one is Y. So when they combined with this, the second sperm, this egg with the first sperm, and the second egg with the second sperm. So here you have both X and X. Here we have X and Y. Here again we have X and X and X and Y. So X, X. Here we have X, Y. Again X, X and X, Y. So this is going to be female, male, female and male. So here you can see how this occurs. We have the mother and father. Mother has both X chromosomes. Father has X and Y chromosomes. When the gametes, there is segregation, you get two gametes, both are X. The other father, from the father sperms, though that is X and Y. And when they combine, we get XX female, XY male, XX female and XY male. So here, males, 2 out of 4 into 100, so that is 50%. And female also 2 out of 4 into 100, that is 50%. Or you can give it as a male is to female ratio. So when we say 50%, that is equal chance. So there is equal chance of the child being a male or a female. So that is what we can conclude. There is equal chance for the child to be a male or a female. So that is what we had to explain. So you have to use the symbols, show the parents, then the gametes and the combination, and finally here we show the ratio. and you have to say there is an equal chance for the child to be a male or a female. I'm sure you all can do this. So with that, students, we'll move on to the next question. Extra question 12. The first one, write 2 diseases that occur due to sex-linked recessive genes. You know what linked genes are? Genes of a chromosome that do not segregate independently are linked genes. So sex-linked means those genes are linked to the X chromosome, usually the X chromosome, and also recessive gene. Only in the recessive nature, they give rise to the disorder or the disease. We know 2 such diseases. What are they? Hemophilia and red-green color blindness. So one is hemophilia, and red-green color blindness. Then the second question, briefly explain the above diseases. What is hemophilia? Hemophilia, normally the blood has to clot when there is a bleeding site or a wound. When there is a cut, there is a wound. If there is bleeding, then due to the platelets, the blood should clot so that it prevents excessive bleeding and you are safe. But a person suffering from hemophilia, the blood does not clot. So if he or she meets with an accident or if there is a wound, there can be excessive bleeding and due to that the person can die. That is the hemophilia condition. So hemophilia, blood does not clot. Then how about red-green color blindness? Red-green color blindness. The person who has red-green color blindness cannot distinguish red color from green color. So the person cannot distinguish between red and green color. So that is the disease. The person with the disorder cannot distinguish between, or we can say distinguish green color from red color. So red-green color blindness, the person with the disorder cannot distinguish green color from red color. That is the disease. So briefly explain the above diseases. Hemophilia, blood does not clot. Red-green color blindness, the person with the disease or disorder cannot distinguish green color from red color. So I'm sure you all also would have written this answer. With that, students, I'm going to move on to the next slide. Extra question 13. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy father. So here you have to note healthy father and a colorblind mother using a suitable diagram or using suitable symbols. That is what we call as a diagram. Healthy father, colorblind mother. So this is a X-linked chromosome. The recessive chromosome is what causes the color blindness. Healthy father and colorblind mother. So when we say healthy father, X and Y, mother, X and X. So X chromosome, Y chromosome. If he is healthy, that is capital C. And colorblind mother. XX, simple C, simple C. You can remember, students, in the textbook when we had a question, we had simple C, or you can say have simple H. If it is hemophilia, instead of having capital C, you can have a 0 there. That is also possible. And at the same time, you can draw the chromosomes like these, X and Y chromosomes, with the lines, or you can write the letters as a superscript. I will do both ways here so that you are familiar with that. So from this we get the gametes. So from here you get the gametes. X and Y. These are both X and X. X, Y. Here it is capital C, simple C, simple C. So when they combine with this, with this, so here X chromosome combines with X chromosome, then X chromosome with X chromosome, Y and X, so X and Y, and Y and X, that is also X and Y. So both are males. If we write that X, X, so X with color blindness, and here simple C. This is again X and X, that is also capital C, simple C, X and X. So both these are females. Both of them have capital C, simple C. So both are carrier females. Why? One is capital C, other one is simple C. Then here we have X and Y, X and Y. Both those are both males, X and Y, males. X, it is a simple C. Here also X, simple C. So this is males, or males with color blindness. Both are carrier females, and there is both males with color blindness or with the disease. Is that clear to you all? Because the mother has the disease, both the male children have the disease. And the females become the carrier. Why? The father is healthy. Because father is healthy, mother has the disease, the genes combine and you get the carrier females. You can, like I said, write with the lines and show the chromosomes and all that, or else we can write like this. Mother, father, you can say X, simple C, X, simple C, here X, capital C, and Y. So from there you get the genes X, simple C, X, simple C, X, capital C, and Y when they combine. When they combine, the answer is going to be the same. It's just that it is more convenient to write because you don't have to draw lines to indicate the chromosomes. So here X, simple C and capital C. So capital C, X, simple C. This also X, simple C, and that is going to be Y. Simple C, Y. Here X again, simple C and X, capital C. X, capital C, X simple C. This is X simple C and Y. So here female carrier, this is male, again female carrier, and this is male. Now I have got it in a different order because here I wrote the mother first and then father. But in the previous one, I have written the father first and then mother. So that's the only difference. But the outcome, that is the final genotype ratio, is the same. So here also you have 2 carrier females and 2 disease males. Here also you have female carriers 2 and 2 disease males. So this is like an alternate method. So you can use it like an alternate method. Is that okay? You can either use the first method or the second method. That would be the outcome. That would be the children. So look at the question. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy father and a colorblind mother using a suitable diagram. So this is how you get the diagram. Healthy father, colorblind mother, you get 2 carrier female children, or you can write carrier daughters and disease sons. Then the same thing, you can write it this way also. Mother and father, so female carriers or carrier daughters and sons with the disease color blindness. I'm sure you can understand this, students. So with that, I will move on to the next question. Extra question 14. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy father and a color blindness carrier mother using a suitable diagram. Show the occurrence of children between, here it is different, healthy father and color blindness carrier mother. Earlier we had the mother with the disease. So here it is the carrier mother. So I will use the method here. What I will do is I will use the second method I used before. So healthy father, carrier mother. So healthy father, capital X, so that is capital C and Y. Whereas carrier mother, you have X, capital C, X, simple C. Simple C, I will write it with the line so we can differentiate it easily. Then the gametes, you will get 2 gametes, the sperms and the eggs, X, capital C, Y, X, capital C, X, simple C. So then when these combine together, the combination of eggs and sperms. Here we get X, capital C and X, capital C. Again we have X, capital C, X, simple C. Then we have X, capital C, Y and X, simple C, Y. So both capital C, dominant character. So healthy daughter. You can write healthy daughter or healthy female. Anything is fine. This is capital C, simple C. Carrier daughter. Because it is both X, carrier daughter. And then we have capital C in X and Y, healthy son, and here simple C, so diseased son. Now can you see the difference in genotypes? Healthy daughter, carrier daughter, healthy son, diseased son. Because the parents are different. Healthy father, carrier mother. This is different from what we got in the previous question. Just to check, you can see here, mother has the disease, father is healthy. So the ratio is different. Daughters are carriers, sons have the disease. That is different from this instance. Healthy father, carrier mother. So healthy daughter, carrier daughter, healthy son, and diseased son. So that is how you get the children. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy father and a color blindness carrier mother using a suitable diagram. I have already done it in the first question. You can show the chromosomes using lines and draw the same diagram, or else as a superscript we can use these letters. Both are fine. You can use any one of the method. Since I did it before, I am not going to repeat it here again. So you are familiar with that method as well. So with that, students, I am going to move on to the next question. Extra question 15. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy mother and a colorblind father. So this is another condition. A healthy mother and a colorblind father. So here also I will use the symbols only without drawing lines. Use the symbols. So healthy mother, diseased father. So when we say healthy mother, X capital C, X capital C. Diseased father, X simple C and Y. So from there we get the gametes, that is the egg and sperm. So eggs are of the same type, healthy mother. So both are X capital C. Here X simple C and Y. And when they combine together, this is how you will get the children. Here it is going to be X capital C, X simple C. Then X capital C, Y. X capital C, Y. X capital C, X simple C, X capital C and Y. So daughter, but capital C simple C, carrier daughter. Carrier daughter. Capital C in X and Y. So that is a healthy son. Healthy son. Here again X and X, daughter, capital C simple C, carrier daughter. Carrier daughter. And here again X capital C Y, healthy son. Now this is again a different ratio. Both carrier daughters and healthy son. 1:1 ratio because healthy mother, diseased father. So 3 instances with color blindness, 3 different sets of parents. So you get the children in a different ratio. 3 different ratio. So I'm sure since doing all these questions, answering all these questions, you all can understand depending on the gene composition of the parents, the children will be different. So you can have different ratios. And here these are all sex-linked chromosome diseases. X-linked recessive genes causes the disease. So this is how we get the ratio. I'm sure you all can understand that. Okay. So with that, students, I will move on to the next question. Extra question 16. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy father and a hemophilia carrier mother using a suitable diagram. So again, a similar question, healthy father and a hemophilia carrier mother. So here we will be using the dominant character H and simple H recessive, and these are also X-linked chromosomes. So healthy father, carrier mother. So healthy father, X will have capital H and Y chromosome doesn't have the G. Whereas a carrier mother, X will have capital H and the other X will have simple H, carrier mother. So from here we get the gametes, sperms and eggs. The two sperms and the eggs. X, H, Y, here X, H and X, simple H. So when they combine together, these two combine and there. So here X, H and X, H. Then we have X, capital H, X, simple H. Here it is Y, so X, capital H and Y. Then you have X, simple H and Y. So these two are daughters, those two are sons. Here we have healthy daughter, carrier daughter, healthy son, then hemophilia, son. Hemophilia son. So again, a different ratio, something similar to what we did in color blindness, but here the condition is hemophilia. The disease is hemophilia. So when you have a healthy father and carrier mother, this is how you get the children. Healthy daughter, carrier daughter, healthy son and disease son, that is hemophilia son. Is that okay, student? You have to show the parents, healthy father, carrier mother. Then you need to write the gametes, sperms and eggs and the combination. Capital H, so healthy daughter. Then capital H, simple H, carrier daughter. Capital H and Y, healthy son. Simple H and Y, hemophilia son. I'm sure you all can understand that. So with that, students, we'll move on to the next question. Extra question 17. Show the occurrence of children between a healthy mother and a father with hemophilia using a suitable diagram. So again, another condition. Now we have been doing a few questions which are similar. That is for you all to practice well. And you all know that there are different types of outcomes, occurrences when the genes of the parents or the condition of the parents are different and for different diseases. So this is for you all to practice the occurrence of the children. So here, healthy mother, healthy mother, healthy mother, and hemophilia, hemophilia father. Hemophilia father. So again, healthy mother, X capital H, X capital H. Hemophilia father, X simple H and Y. From there, the eggs and sperms, X capital H, X capital H, X simple H and Y. And when these combine, you will get capital H in X and X becoming simple H. These two, X capital H and Y. Then again X capital H, X simple H. Then here X capital H and Y. So carrier daughter, healthy son, carrier daughter, healthy son. So can you see here, this is different. Carrier daughter, healthy son, carrier daughter, healthy son. XX female, so daughter, capital H simple H carrier, XY son, capital H is healthy son, then X and X again daughter, capital H simple H carrier daughter. Then X and Y son, capital H in X, that is healthy son. Is that clear to you all? So this is when the mother is healthy but the father has hemophilia. You get carrier daughters, healthy sons. Is that clear to you all? So another thing that you need to remember, students, when there is marriage among blood relatives, if the mother is a carrier and father has the disease, there are of course more chances of the disease occurring. So here also you can see hemophilia father but mother is healthy. So there are carrier daughters. So then again, if it is marriage among relatives, there is more chances of the recessive gene occurring and being expressed more. So that is why they say if it is a genetically transmitted disease, it is better not to marry among blood relatives. I'm sure you all remember that concept. So with that, students, we'll move on to the next slide. Extra question 18. Again, show the occurrence of children when a healthy male is married to a thalassemia female using a suitable diagram. So, a healthy male, thalassemia female. Now, thalassemia is a condition that is caused by the autosomal chromosome. Recessive autosomal chromosome, when it is the homozygous state, causes the disease. And this is seen rarely among females. But if that is the condition, the female has thalassemia. So here of course, capital T dominant and simple T recessive. There is no linkage here. So we have the healthy male and thalassemia female. Female. Both simple T. So from there, there is only one type of gamete, capital T and simple T. And when they combine, capital T, simple T. What is this? Carrier. So all the children will be carriers. So irrespective of whether they are daughters or sons, they will be all carriers. Because father is healthy, mother is a thalassemia patient. So now can you all understand the difference? Earlier there was sex linkage, so there the ratio was different. Here it is the autosomal recessive chromosome. So here of course the ratio varies, the outcomes are different. The genotype ratio or genotype that is expressed in the children is different because this is the normal independent segregation of chromosomes. So healthy male, thalassemia female, only one type of gametes, sperms and eggs. So when they combine, all the children will be carriers. Heterozygous condition. Is that clear to you all? So here when we say healthy male, you all have to remember it is only capital T condition. If it is the heterozygous, then it becomes a carrier male. So that is how you identify healthy male, capital T. Is that clear to you all? So with that students, I'll move on to the next question. Extra question 19. So a thalassemia carrier male is married to a thalassemia carrier female. So you're familiar with the disease thalassemia. What is it? In a thalassemia patient, there is less production of hemoglobin. The production of hemoglobin is less. So because of that, the amount of oxygen transport is also less in thalassemia patients. Because hemoglobin is the substance that carries oxygen. It is present in the red blood cells of blood. So that carries oxygen. Therefore, the transport of oxygen also reduces. So you all know this is caused by a recessive gene, a gene mutation. This is caused by gene mutation. So T is the dominant gene and simple T is the recessive gene. So double recessive condition is the thalassemia condition, the disease condition. So the first question, fill in the spaces in the occurrence of children in the diagram given below. So here there is a diagram. You all know how the occurrence of children takes place, occurrence of the next generation. So here we have the parents, both parents are carriers. So there you can see thalassemia carrier male is married to a thalassemia carrier female. So the heterozygous condition is the carrier. Both male and female can act as carriers. Why? Because this is a normal somatic chromosome that has this particular character. So then, what are the gametes? From this parent, capital T and simple T. So simple T is given here. We need to write capital T there. Then we have the second parent. In the second parent, now here see again heterozygous. So capital T and simple T. Capital T is given. So we need to write simple T there. Those are the gametes. So for the formation of children, occurrence of children, the gametes have to combine. So here you can see this box, the gamete capital T and the capital T from the other parent. So here it's going to be capital T. Then this one, capital T and simple T from there. So capital T, simple T. You have to follow the lines. That's how we combine the gametes. Then here we have simple T combining with capital T. Although the simple T is first, when you write, you always write the capital letter first. So this is also going to be capital T, simple T. Then here simple T. So you're familiar with these conditions. Homozygous dominant character, so healthy person. Then here heterozygous, and this is also heterozygous, so both are going to be carriers. Now here of course we don't know whether the children are male or female, but you will have a healthy child, 2 carrier children, and here there is one combination where you have the simple T combination. So that means that child will have the disease. So healthy child, 2 carrier children, and 1 child who has the disease. That's how you get the children. So here healthy, then both these are carriers, and this child will have the disease. That is how the children occur. So we are supposed to fill in the diagram, but I have written down the healthy, carrier and disease conditions as well. I'm sure you all also have done this correctly. So then, the second part of the question, write the phenotype and genotype ratio of children. So here we have the genotype ratio, then we have the healthy, carrier and disease, the phenotype. So we need to write the phenotype ratio. Phenotype, what is it going to be? Healthy is to carrier is to disease. That is going to be 1:2:1. So here 1 healthy, 2 carriers and 1 disease. 1:2:1. The normal Mendel's ratio that you observe when you have the 2 heterozygous parents. Then what is going to be the genotype ratio? Genotype, that is going to be capital T is to capital T simple T is to simple T. That is also going to be 1:2:1. Now here I said it is the normal Mendel's ratio where you have capital T, capital T, capital T, simple T and simple T combination. But here in the phenotype, only difference is you have a healthy child and 2 carrier children. Normally these 2 are combined together to give rise to the dominant character. But here these 2, although they don't have the disease, they act as carriers. So slightly there is a difference from the phenotype you observe in a Mendel's hybrid cross, monohybrid cross. It is similar, but only thing is because there are carriers. When the heterozygous condition is seen, they become the carriers. So here we have healthy, carrier and disease. So 1:2:1. Same goes for the genotype. Capital T, capital T, capital T, simple T is to simple T, 1:2:1. So those are the ratios, phenotype ratio and genotype ratio. So the question was related to thalassemia, where the production of hemoglobin is reduced in disease condition. So there the dominant gene is capital T, recessive gene is simple T. The double recessive or the homozygous recessive condition is the disease condition. So we had to fill up the diagram. The parents were given to us, gametes, and the occurrence of children. Then you need to write down the phenotype and genotype. So phenotype, healthy, carrier and disease. 1:2:1. And genotype, capital T, healthy person, capital T, simple T, carriers, and simple T, disease condition. That is also 1:2:1. I am sure students, you all were also able to answer this correctly. So with this, I'll move on to the last question of this chapter. Extra question 20. First one, what is thalassemia? So we looked at how thalassemia occurs in children from carrier parents. Here you need to answer what is thalassemia. What is thalassemia? A disease condition caused by a mutated gene where the production of hemoglobin is reduced. So that is what we need to write here. A disease caused by gene mutation where the production of hemoglobin is reduced in the patient. So that is thalassemia. A disease caused by gene mutation where the production of hemoglobin is reduced in the patient. Then how does thalassemia occur? Again, it's there in the first answer also. Thalassemia is caused by a homozygous recessive genes. Those are the result of gene mutation. The capital T, that is the dominant gene, is responsible for the production of hemoglobin. But the mutated gene, that is the simple T, is the condition where the hemoglobin production becomes less. So that simple T, recessive gene, is a mutated gene. That is what you have to remember. How does thalassemia occur? Occurs due to the mutated recessive gene. So here the dominant gene that is capital T is responsible for the production of hemoglobin. So that is how the disease thalassemia occurs. It occurs due to the mutated recessive gene of the gene, that the dominant gene T is responsible for the production of hemoglobin. Then, the next part of the question. Show the occurrence of children when a healthy male is married to a thalassemia carrier female. So this is a different condition. Healthy male, thalassemia carrier female. So here, although it's the male and female they have given, the mutation occurs to the somatic chromosome. So because of that, it doesn't matter whether the father is a carrier of healthy or disease, or mother is a carrier healthy or disease, it's going to be the same. It is going to be the combination of the normal genes. So here we have the parents. One is healthy male. So it's going to be both capital T, and thalassemia carrier female. So there it is going to be heterozygous, capital T, simple T. Healthy person, carrier person. So you don't really have to say who is the male and female, because that's not going to affect the occurrence of children. Then we have the gametes. Gametes, here both are going to be capital T, dominant characters. One will be capital T, the other will be simple T. So capital T, here capital T, simple T. Then children. Occurrence of children. So these two will combine. Then these two combination of those two genes and the last two pair. So here, capital T, capital T. Capital T, simple T. Then you have capital T, both these, and capital T, simple T. Now here, capital T is going to be a healthy child. Capital T, simple T combination, heterozygous combination is going to be a carrier. So they are thalassemia carrier female, but the children, no one is going to have the disease because the father is healthy. But you can see 2 out of 4 children have the carrier. They become the carrier. They have the recessive gene. So that is what we say when there is marriage among blood relatives. Now even here, whether they are blood relatives or not, the number of carriers increases. Now from the heterozygous condition, there you get 2 children who are carriers. So if both parents were carriers, then you will have more chances of carriers and a child with thalassemia as well. So that is why the occurrence of these diseases has more chance if there are marriages among blood relatives. So that is why it's good to avoid that, so that you don't get such diseases. So here, of course, healthy carrier, healthy and carrier. So this is what we need to show, the occurrence of the children. Parents, one parent is healthy, the other parent is a carrier. So gametes, you have both dominant characters here. One is dominant, the other one is recessive. So when they combine to form the children, you get a healthy child, a carrier child, another healthy child and a carrier child. So 2 healthy children, 2 carrier children. What will be the phenotype ratio here? Healthy and carrier 1:1 because 2 of the children for each. So 1:1. And genotype ratio, capital T is to capital T simple T, that is also going to be 1:1. So they have not asked us to write that, but I will include that so that you will remember or you will understand that the ratio, phenotype and genotype ratio will change depending on the parents for these different types of diseases. So if we write that as a note, phenotype healthy is to carrier 1:1. Then genotype capital T is to capital T simple T. Healthy is to carrier, that is also 1:1. I'm sure you all can understand that, student. So the question was to find the occurrence of children. That we have done here. But in addition to that, I have given you all the ratio as well. So phenotype and genotype both are 1:1. So I'm sure, students, you all also would have answered this correctly. With this, I'm going to end this chapter, and in the next chapter also, I'll be discussing some more extra questions with you all.
To watch these important lessons, subscribe to DP Education's YouTube channel right now. Click on the bell icon to stay updated on the latest lessons. Sri Lanka's largest free online school, DP Education.